Okay, I think everything's working for the stream here. So welcome back for what's going to be the 7th stream for this challenge. Last time we got up to Guadosalam. I haven't watched all the cutscenes yet. I was just trying to do some inventory management and buying and selling of stuff. And I think I actually have one more thing I want to buy from the shop. So let's start by doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want this Belladonna wand. So that costs 3,000, and I've basically spent all my gil on other equipment. But that's okay. I actually looked up a whole bunch of item combinations for mixing I want to do, and I realized that I don't need to hang on to these valuable items. I only need one elixir, I think, ever for mixing, and I can get Mega Phoenixes later, so should be able to just sell these and buy the Poison Touch for Yuna. Just make absolutely sure I don't already have one. I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, Darkness, Lightning, that's useless, and Sleep Strike, okay. I don't know how I managed to run out of gil. I guess I've just bought an extra piece of equipment here and there in the last few areas that I might not normally. That's the wrong menu. But anyway, it's fine. I think the elixirs and Mega Phoenixes sell for quite a lot. Yeah, 1,000 each, so for sure I don't need those, and I don't need these. Yeah, so that's plenty of gil. Also don't need any X potions for mixing, but I guess I don't need to sell those right now. It's really funny going through the mix list, like, it's kind of arbitrary which pairs of items give which mixes. Obviously there's some top tier mixes where you need, you know, the very best or rarest items in the game or whatever, but there's lots of the lower tier but still good mixes where you can, you know, you can do them with really cheap or crappy items. It's pretty funny. So there's lots of stuff you can mix with antidotes, with potions, with level 1 key spheres that you get a ton of. I don't need to be in this house, right? No, I don't think so. Alright, so the plan now is just to go watch the cutscenes, and I'm going to head on to the Thunder Plains. There's some stealing I want to do with Riku now she's in the party, but I'm going to backtrack all the way to Besaid to pick up the Object Spheres after we've beaten Spheromorph. So at that point I'll be able to fit in all the stealing I need. We're only using each mix once, I don't need to do much stealing. It's just a few status items and some elemental items. I forgot how many elemental mixes there are. There's actually, so there's 4 elements, right? And then there's 5 mixes for each one, which is a lot. I'm pretty sure there's some I've never used.
Why?
Most of them just do elemental damage, which is
You sure you don't have...
which is fine, but like if you're just going to do damage, you basically just want the mix that does the most damage, right? So, for example, the mix that does 8,000 damage or so in 9 bursts is the one I use most often, and I don't really bother with the weaker ones.
No?
But in this challenge, maybe they'll come in useful somehow.
And maybe that...
And then there's also a couple of elemental mixes that have status effects as well as damage, which I'd totally forgotten about. So stuff like Darkness, Silence, Poison, even some of the break abilities. So anyway, I don't have a concrete plan for when I'll use elemental mixes. May just be for extra damage in later boss fights. For sure I'm not planning to use them anytime soon, but... what am I doing here? I need to talk to someone else. Riku, maybe? Yeah, what is taking me so
The
long?
feeling
Oh, I suppose it was Waka. Alright. Yeah, sorry. Talking and trying to talk and play at the same time didn't work.
truly it is good. Since Lord Jim,
The death of Lord Gis.
Was this Maester?
he brought the teaching. He was truly. But now, Lord Seymour is. He will be the. But that. Lord, he will surely become.
That is enough, Trump. Must I all... Well,
You.
please,
Please keep this short.
pardon. It has been a long... Lady...
Can't remember exactly which of these scenes you can skip in the PC remaster. I guess you can't skip this one. I'm still trying to decide exactly what stuff I need to pick up in terms of equipment prior to kind of going past the point of no return, fighting Crawler, and then heading on to Macalania Temple and obviously progressing the story. So the main question is whether how worried I am about trying to get SOS regen armor. So what I have in mind is trying to fight Evray from a distance for most of the fight. I'm not going to, well, I could use a mix to inflict slow. There aren't many mixes that do inflict slow, and you know, the top tier status infliction mixes may just be better saved until, for example, like Seymour Flux or maybe Sanctuary Keeper.
She was the first
So I was considering more or less trying to beat Evray without mixing at all,
and you
and
have inherited her name.
fighting from a
It was
distance
my father who.
where Evray just uses Photon Spray for most of the battle, and having characters with SOS regen, particularly high HP characters like Kamari, Waka, Oren,
However, Lady
essentially just
Universe
sustaining
did not
continuously
say
with the regen,
to defeat the
since I don't have Yuna to heal, and so
took an
basically don't have
unbreakable bond of love,
much in the way of healing sources. I could always mix a heal, I guess, but that has issues just because Riku's HP is so low that keeping her in the party for a while she recovers from the mix, she could easily get KO'd by the Photon Spray. So I'm definitely not going to do any farming for the SOS regen on this first pass through the Thunder Plains. Just trying to get through as fast as possible. Obviously pick up the equipment like the yellow shield for Tidus that gives me lightning proof. It's really important. But I'll wait until I have more or less all my otherwise final equipment like the Sonic Steel before I come back and do farming for regen armor. The other equipment I really want is a Kane's Lance for Kimari, which has the SOS overdrive ability. Basically doubles the overdrive charge speed if the character's at SOS HP. It'd be good on a couple of other characters too, Riku, maybe, but I really want it for Kimari because random encounters later in the game are going to become worse and worse, and with not escaping and with not wanting to waste mix, Kimari's Stone Breath is just a great way to deal with a lot of the enemies. Like anything that isn't immune to being petrified just gets taken out by Stone Breath, right? So the idea of the Kane's Lance is if you have Kimari on Slayer Overdrive mode, then he gets 20% overdrive charge for each kill. So let's say you're fighting against 3 enemies and you use Stone Breath and Petrify all 3. That counts as 3 kills, so that would be 60% overdrive charge back right away. But with SOS Overdrive, that's doubled. So you get your full overdrive right back immediately by using Stone Breath on 3 or more targets. So that's why I want the Kane's Lance. It's just going to be super useful for Baikonel, for Calm Lands, for Home, for just so many of these encounters.
She must ease the suffering of all Spira. She must be a leader.
Anyway, it's getting a bit ahead of
I
ourselves.
proposed to Lady Yuna.
Right now, just have to get through the Thunder Plains.
Spira is no playhouse. A moment's diversion may amuse an audience.
Have to remember as well to pick up the lightning marbles on the way to the far plane. I think that's the one thing I still have to grab in Guadosalam. Definitely going to want those for
There's no need to answer right away.
elemental damage mixes.
Think it over.
We will do so then. We leave.
Lady Yuna, I await your favorable reply. Why are you still here, sir?
I don't know why this always amuses me. Like, Seymour talks about the
Keen to the scent of the far-
ascent of the far plane, and Tyder starts sniffing Oren. Okay, is there any chest or something in Seymour's house? I don't think so. I do kind of love the idea of dropping by Seymour's house and just stealing a bunch of loot, but don't think you actually do that. Oh, darn. I have to talk to someone first. Yeah, we're getting to the point in the game where I don't remember everything sequencing wise. Forgot I had to come over here first.
It would give Spira some.
Sounds just like a...
Come on.
I was watching a couple of speedrunners doing this skip
What?
in Guadosalam, where you basically skip some cutscenes, including the start of the Thunder Plains.
You serious?
It's kind of cool. I'd heard about it before, but I hadn't seen it. I'm not going to do it because I haven't practiced it, and it would just waste time, but you basically get a character who's walking around to, like, nudge Tidus through, like, into an area the game doesn't expect you to be in, and it skips some cutscenes.
I'm going to see my.
It makes you wonder if there's anything like that to actually skip, like,
Do you love sea?
actual content, like skip past, I don't know, some part of an area or a boss fight. But I don't think anyone's ever found something like that, so probably means it doesn't exist. Okay, here's the chest. And we're good.
Question about this: when somebody dies, so their souls, and do dead people?
You thinking those funny thoughts again, yeah? You'll see.
Aren't you?
I do not.
You're.
Searching the past. This is all.
I did consider just doing stuff like this off stream,
Think of the relative.
but
Take on the form of the.
in the end I decided that instead I'd just record everything and then I'd go back and edit the YouTube VODs afterwards,
Huh?
and in the description write it in timestamps for important events like boss battles so people could just skip to those. But I'd have a whole record of everything and like all the stuff I was saying and thinking throughout the whole thing, including like all the retry, all the attempts, game overs and retrying bosses, what have you.
What the? The far plane was cool, but I couldn't stop thinking about Yuna. Her parents, they looked so happy together. But it got me worried that maybe seeing them would make Yuna really consider Seymour's proposal.
Okay, I think we have to talk to basically everyone here. Or Waka, Lulu, and Yuna, at least. Get the Brotherhood upgraded, which is kind of nice. It's obviously not as powerful as the Sonic Steel with First Strike that we're going to get in a couple of areas, but strength plus 15% is still better than we have from anything else, and the sensor is somewhat useful, so not bad.
He is.
I'm not sure I actually had to talk to Lulu here.
I should focus.
Whoa,
I'm not.
don't you mean that you... I'm sure he was a
What, me?
Yeah, you...
Getting along.
Oh,
You do. Knowing a bit about.
yeah.
I won't be. Goodbye. You owe. But those were the.
So, Yuna?
I've decided.
Oh, really? That's good.
I remember when I was only 7 years old in Bavel that day. My father had defeated Sin, and the whole town was out in the streets. Everyone was laughing. They all seemed so happy. If I defeated Sin, that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? I must do what everyone wants, not just what I want.
Let's go back. You gotta tell Seymour.
Almost through the
Before
cutscenes
that,
here.
Call Sir Jet. Give it a try.
I always forget how long these are.
Don't worry. He won't come.
Trying not to think about my old man made me think about him, of course.
See, told you.
He isn't here because he's not dead. He's Sin.
That means he's alive, you know.
What if my old man really is Sin? What would I say to Yuna?
I'm trying to remember.
To everybody in Spira.
I think there's one chest in
Why should
the
I have to
Thunder
apologize
Plains
for him anyway?
that has a bunch of gil.
I'd rather never see him again.
Might actually just look up where that
Makes you hate him
where that
so?
is, because
Everything he does just makes me mad.
I don't want to miss that.
It was his fault that
I need enough gil to buy the Sonic Steel in Macalania, and
It's her.
I think it costs about 9-10,000 after, like, if you don't buy it right away and then you tell Owaka his prices are too expensive, then he makes it cheaper and it's about
Wait.
9k,
no one ever
9.5k, something like
said
that.
before.
She must have accepted death while she was still alive.
Whoa there. That's my mother you're
So let's
talking
see,
about.
I think the best guide for stuff like that is just Split Infinity's guide, like General Final Fantasy
okay.
X guide. Stick in
I
Thunder
think I
Plains.
Figured something out.
Yeah, 5,000, yeah, there's 7,000 gil in total here, which is like basically the whole Sonic Steel. So where is that? So,
So I told him what I thought of him right there.
Really?
okay, so I think a chest on the left of the first area contains 5,000 gil,
Mommy!
and then in the north area there's a chest with 2,000
Whenever
gil.
my old man was around.
I'm not sure exactly which
my
one it
mother
is.
would
Okay, I'll just have to go through and
Maybe that's
check
when
each
I
one.
started to resent him, even hate him. When he left us, Mom just lost her energy.
Is she alright?
Why should you care?
If she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
Don't say Mom is gonna die.
I apologize.
The old lady next door told me, when a lovebird dies, the one left behind, it just gives up living so it can join its mate. It was just like that. I hated my old man even more. But really, my old man...
Mommy!
Just a sec, dear.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
Don't think there's any. I'm just checking the list of equipment in the
Must sound so stupid.
Thunder Plains chest. I don't think there's anything important. It looks like there's just a water ball with water strike for Waka, which is not going to get it done at this point.
No. Did I?
And there's yellow shield. Yeah, definitely want that. And then there's the Albed primer in the agency. Okay.
Thanks for... I'll go give my...
Look! Oh,
He just... Yuna?
Lord Jiskel.
He is Lord
Talk later. We leave now.
I don't understand how a man...
I would think, but he's... something.
That's against the...
It means he...
Okay. Just double check. Yeah, got that.
I will go. Meet with Maester Seymour.
I think I just head down towards the Thunder Plains and have the cutscene with Shalinda,
Just go.
and then that's when you find out that Seymour's already left. And then I guess we've got to talk to Lulu first.
So Lulu, what do you think about Yuna getting married?
As long as the pilgrimage continues, either way's fine.
That's it? What if she doesn't even like the guy? Is that okay?
People marry for many reasons.
What's that mean?
Sometimes marriage doesn't require love, you know? Defeat sin and bring joy to the people of Spira. Get married and bring joy to the people of Spira. For Yuna, they're just two ways down the same road. All you need is determination. If you have that, you don't need love.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Was the lady...
No.
That's Maester...
Oh,
Okay,
I'll be...
just about done with this finally.
That's all.
Need to think about who I want in my front line for the Thunder Plains encounters.
I believe he went... Maester Seymour...
The problem is not the enemies that use the Thunder and Thundara, but all the other stuff, like the lizard, the flying eyeball. Those become a real pain to deal with, because if Waka doesn't petrify them with his Stone Touch Ball, then yeah, they take like multiple hits to kill and do a ton of damage. I think it's still the case that Orin is faster than the dragon enemy, so if I keep Orin in the party in the front line with his initiative weapon to stop ambushes, then he should get a turn before the dragon. And I think if Kamari has Water Strike equipped, then Kamari plus Orin's attacks together take down the dragon. The dragon's really dangerous. You have to be so careful about letting it take a turn. I think it one-shots everyone except Orin with its physical attack. Does 900 plus damage, I think.
Come on.
And it has a lightning breath attack that hits everybody, which also does about 1k. So have to decide whether to have Riku in the front line or not. I think the answer is yes, because she's still faster than most of the fiends, and she doesn't get one shot by the lizard here, whereas she does by the lizard in the Macalania Forest.
The lightning is struck.
So that's Orin,
Head north, not too.
yeah, Orin, Riku, and third character.
I think I forgot.
I think once I get lightning proof, I want the third character to be Tidus for sure. Maybe I want him to be my third character right now too. Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 treasure chests right over here. Hopefully one of those has the gill in. I'm not going to pray to any of the cactus stones because we're going to be coming back to the Thunder Plains later, and actually cactus are just kind of annoying. Oh, should switch up my party first. So what do I think? Let's try this. So Riku has Yellow Taj, doesn't have any weapon yet, that's fine. Well, Ice Brand isn't going to do much. Stunning Steel. We don't have the encounters with the Iron Giant in the first half of the Thunder Plains, so I think Slow Touch just isn't really valuable. Let's try the Brotherhood. Because, yeah, just until I get lightning proof, I'm going to just have, I think, the soft shield, because being petrified by the lizard is a big problem. The lizard's going to go before Tidus most of the time here, I think, maybe all the time. Yeah, so I have a choice of Yellow Bracer with Lightning Ward or Null Shock. I think I actually will stick with Lightning Ward for Orin. And Sentry, yeah. Kumari, I want to switch to Tidal Spear for the Water Strike. And yeah, he doesn't have Null Shock. That's fine. I'll just keep on the red armlet. Sleep Strike, yep. Still pretty strong. Yeah, no great armor for Yuna. I don't think... Yeah, her magic defense is high enough that she doesn't get one-shot by any of the thunder spells. Maybe she wants stone protection as well, to not get petrified by the lizard. It's probably better than this other stuff, right? Yeah. Tough Bangle, yeah, that's fine. And Death Touch, yeah. Stone Touch, okay, we need to switch this for the Danger Arm Guard. And should be good. How are we for overdrives? Kamari's full, that's great. And Orin's full, okay. So, if I get a chance I might charge Tidus's again, but I think I will do that after I get Lightning Proof Shield. Okay, that's the Phoenix Downs. Hopefully just up here is the Gill. Alright, this is a nice easy encounter to start with because these enemies just do lightning attacks. So I can bring in Waka, and after one hit he's going to have SOS Null Shock active. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to get the other characters, a couple of other characters KO'd here, which is fine. I want to steal... I need to steal, I think, 4 of the curtain items for mixes, so let's just start doing that. So I'm fine if characters get KO'd here. I just need Waka to win the battle eventually with SOS Null Shock. Yep, so like I said, one spell makes that active. Now, well, if both target him, that makes things easier. I guess I would rather... How much health do these things have? No, I don't have sensor equipped here anymore.
Miss me?
200. So Tidus, if Tidus connected with one of these, which he's not likely to, but if Tidus connected, he'd actually one-shot it. Or probably one-shot it. Sure. I think that was only about 25% to work, but didn't really have anything else to do. Yeah, Tidus took some damage, that's fine. Now I think a water spell will kill this. Can get another steal in though. Yeah, let's do that. Question is whether I leave Waka in SOS HP for
Let's end this.
future fights. I think the answer is no, because if I remember correctly, every Thunder type spell will take Waka into SOS HP if he starts at full health. And if I leave him at SOS HP, maybe there's some chance he gets like taken out by a physical attack from a lizard or an eyeball or something. So let's just go ahead and heal him back again. Switch back to this party. Yeah. Oh, that's a high potion. Okay, so I'm going to try and find this other chest along here that has 5,000 gil. Can't remember exactly where it is.
Please don't make it rumble.
Okay, so this is exactly like the other encounter in the sense that once I have a character with null shock, they're completely immune. The element's a bit annoying because I can't petrify it, so it's only Lulu and Death Touch that can kill it. So I guess I'll just start trying to do that now. Alright, very nice. And yeah, I need to steal some more curtains, so let's just go ahead and do that. There's not too many encounters before you get to the agency, so it's really not a big problem if I have to do a bit of healing between battles. At this point, Waka and Lulu are sort of the one-shot team with Stone Touch and Death Touch. Lots of the enemies just have too much HP to realistically or easily to sort of take down the hard way, so you just flip the coins on the Death Touch or Stone Touch infliction. Ends up being the best way to do it. Probably don't need to heal Orin, but we're not going to run out of MP, I'm pretty sure, so let's do it anyway. Okay, so 2 Thundercasters and then the Eyeball. The Eyeball is by far the most dangerous. So, what are we going to do about that? I think we start by trying to hit it with Waka.
Back on the field.
Unfortunately, Waka is not guaranteed to connect with flying enemies here, although he did that time, which is nice. Yeah, this is not going to die to a water spell. So we'll still be fine here. We might take some damage depending on the enemy targeting, but Orin has protect. I didn't quite kill it. Yeah, Orin has protection from lightning. Oh, this might actually take Waka, like KO Waka if it hits him, because the eyeball, yeah, it did. Alright, that's slightly annoying. So I still have a character who can be immune to lightning in the form of Orin. Let me just check how much HP is left in this eyeball. 8. Well, that looks sounds like a Lancet. So Yeah, okay, this works just fine. Lance it on this, get rid of it. Then switch Orin back in.
This ends now.
Don't need to switch to... I don't need to switch to my SOS armor. I may as well take a swing at this guy. Well, that's 2 hits against the flying enemies I've had. It's pretty funny. I'm not going to bother stealing here. Just try and take this thing down. Nope. It's on again. Now I guess I may as well steal. I'm not going to... Well, it's going to be very tedious to kill this with HP damage. So I'd much rather just do it with Death Touch. There we go.
Too easy.
I don't know about too easy, but worked out. We've not had bad encounters for sure. We've not had the lizard or dragon enemies yet. Those are annoying. Yeah, we'll get Waka to full health. Let's move on. I think there's a chest over here. So this is the same as the first party where everything just uses Thunder Attack and we're completely safe with bringing in Waka with the Danger Arm Guard. So just do the same as in the first battle. I forget the exact AI for targeting, but the flying enemies do like to target Waka, which actually helps when he has immunity to the lightning. Like, there's no check. The AI doesn't do any kind of check for is the target immune to the attack I'm about to use. It just, you know, just goes for it. Yeah. See if we can get 4 in a row. And we can. It's not a... Yeah, there's no point really attacking with Lulu because I may as well attack with Orin. If Orin hits, then it kills for sure, whereas if Lulu hits, the Death Touch only works half the time still. Actually, attacking with Tidus is probably better than Orin, but it really doesn't matter. Alright, this guy's gonna die to water now. Knowing the damage ranges for stuff like how much damage will, say, water do against an enemy that's weak to water but has a high magic defense stat, like, it is kind of useful. Just fit in that extra 100 damage. Still have not found this chest with the 5k gil. I think it's probably somewhat hidden. It's not hidden over here. Alright. This way? Yeah, this is one of the encounters I was mentioning that actually can be hard. Preemptive Strike's really nice though. So what we're going to be able to do here is... Let's just see. Yeah, so... Oh no, Orin doesn't actually get a second turn before the dragon. Okay, so we need to make sure we take that out. Let's bring in Waka and see what happens when I throw the TKO at this lizard. Didn't die, alright. So 149 is not going to die to the lizard. I think though we need to... As annoying as the lizard is, we need to just kill this dragon, and the safe way to do that is with an attack from Kimari and an attack from Orin. Let me just make 100% sure it's actually weak to water. I'm pretty sure it is.
My turn now.
Yeah, okay. So it has 445 HP. but I believe this is guaranteed with one attack from Kamari with Water Strike and plus an attack from Orin. Yeah, we should be good. And Lizard missed. Okay, well, very lucky. We would have been fine. Imp goes after Waka again. Why not? So now we can take this out. It's gonna die to Blizzard now, I believe. Yeah. May as well try and let Tidus finish it. If he doesn't connect, I can bring in Lulu after. Yeah, just get his overdrive charged up. And nobody's likely to one-shot that, so steal from it, I suppose.
As you wish.
Nah, Tidus probably still has a slightly higher chance of connecting than Orin. I think yeah. I'd have to check the accuracy stat. I imagine that Orin is bottomed out, as in he's at like the minimum chance to hit these evasive enemies, which is 25% before the adjustment for luck, whereas Tidus might be slightly higher than that. Right, used about half Yuna's MP. Don't have many encounters to go here, I think, but I also haven't found this silly chest with 5,000 gil. I don't think it's over there on the right hand side, but I think I'll go check. I think on the right hand side there's a chest with like maybe a water ball and one of the cactus stones.
Sit back and watch.
Alright, rip Riku. I don't really want another character to take any thunder damage, so if I put someone else in and they miss there, then it's just another character I have to heal, right? So
That was tough, yeah?
Thunder Moomba, huh? I think I might just head for the agency and not bother heading over to the right hand side to check that other chest. Getting to the agency faster also gets the lightning proof shield faster, which, you know, does help. So this is the same encounter as before. Preemptive strike again. If this wasn't a preemptive strike, I may well consider just even using a dark attack on this. Yeah, 147. Let's do what we did before, just be safe, take out the most dangerous enemy. Guaranteed. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Waka can actually miss these things. I mean, it doesn't matter because he's immune to the spells, right? But Alright, that's gonna die to water, I think. I've actually got back up to 5k gale just from winning these encounters, which is more than I would have guessed. I mean, it's not like we're overkilling them. I guess I just dropped a fair amount of gale. Yeah, running a bit low on MP for Yuna. Since Kamari has Lightning Ward... no, I will heal him. We can always fall back on using overdrives if I run out of MP on Yuna and have 1 or 2 more encounters. I think we actually only have like 2 more encounters to go at all. Yeah, and this is an easy one. Just use characters who are immune to lightning again. The game definitely gives you the option to buy the Stone Touch and Death Touch equipment at like the perfect time. I really doubt anyone involved in the design of this game put any consideration into the feasibility of no sphere grid games or any sort of self-imposed challenge, but it's amazing the number of sort of little coincidences you see about like, you know, specific setups to survive attacks from some of the bosses at base stats. Occasionally it kind of feels like this is a funny coincidence if you can get this to work if nobody on the design team tested it, but I think it probably is just a coincidence. There we go.
Whoa, that was a close one.
I think in practice when you're developing any kind of big game like this, there's not really spare time to test lots of extras, right? Like this game was developed back in the day when you had to get the game basically bug-proof first time around. You couldn't put out patches for PS2, so no one cares about like, oh, can you beat this game without leveling up? Everyone cares about have we fixed all the bugs, have we fixed all the like other stuff that goes wrong.
Hey, whoa! I want to go home. I hate lightning. I hate thunder. Let's go rest over.
I'd be interested to know what the people who actually designed, say, the battle system in this game, or designed the enemies, like, what they thought about playing this very good games. I mean, I'm sure they'd be interested to see stuff like speedrunning people have done for this game too, but I think the challenges in particular, I would guess they'd be surprised at how much you can actually do, or how broken they made the game, I guess, is another way to say it. Alright, so here I want to pick up there's an Albed Primer, and I think I have to talk to Riku, then talk to Rin, before going after Yuna. Don't think there's anything in this shop I want. It might be like little HP or stat boosts, but let's see first.
Are you
When I was little, my brother tried to... But he missed it. It was a thunder. I've been scared.
But magic is effective.
My brother's...
You should learn some spells too.
Nice to see you again. Oh.
Just seeing if I can find a map for the Thunder Plains with a location of this chest with a 5k kill. Pretty sure I missed it in the first area.
Since. I've been scared of
Okay, I found a screenshot from one of the Ultimania guides, but it's in Japanese. It's not so useful.
I've been scared of lightning
Oops. I think I say okay here. Also not sure this matters.
That is good. Allow me to present you.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay.
I wonder, would that be?
Nope.
Oh,
Don't know why that reply cracks me up, but let's check on our bed primers. Yeah, I think that's everything so far. See what this person sells. Yeah, I do want to buy a couple of maps actually for mixing. They're really cheap. I may as well do it now. Let me just search my file here. Yeah, I think I want 4 maps in total, and I've got 1, so let's buy 3. Yeah. Don't need more grenades. Don't need more of this stuff. Strength plus 5%, magic plus 5%, yeah, it doesn't do anything. And Lightning Ward, but with an HP boost. I mean, I think that's not worth the money. I already have Lightning Ward on people who need it, and 5% HP I don't think really is any kind of relevant breakpoint. Yep, let's go to Adina.
What?
Whoa!
Yes?
Now. Well, it's nothing really. I just, I'm sorry.
I found a guide called Thunder Plains FAQ on Game FAQ's board, but it's one of those old guides that was written a long time ago, has a bunch of pretty dubious information in, and probably was made for a different version of the game.
The sphere is his will.
Yeah, it's called a guide for the Thunder Plains, but it's talking about getting cleansing salt for no encounters. Oh, I guess it's because it's trying to explain how to do the Thunder game, the Lightning game. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I know one way.
This was not the guide I was looking for.
I'm sorry.
What do you think you're up to?
Yuna was acting funny.
Yeah. She'll tell us when she's ready, so hold your chocobos till then. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here, I've got a map. I feel like I walked right past where it says it is, but I must have missed it.
It's not stopping.
Yeah, it was on that left side.
It's not.
Okay.
If it's okay.
She's not going to...
It's not.
Don't tell me you were... Fine. Stay here.
All right already.
So the north part of the Thunder Plains has a couple of new encounters. There's the Iron Giant, and there's also the encounter which is Iron Giant plus 2 of the eyeballs. And that last encounter is a real pain. Like, I have no guaranteed quick way to kill the eyeballs apart from overdrives. That's the kind of encounter with 3 enemies that you can petrify, which is exactly why I want to get Kane's Lance and use Kamari with Slayer Overdrive plus SOS Overdrive to just one-shot enemy parties with Stone Breath. Obviously not quite there yet. Don't forget the lightning shield. Okay. At some point, now I've got that, I'm going to want to basically use Titus to learn his overdrives. I'll just repeatedly use overdrives against an enemy that's only doing lightning attacks, so Titus can't die. So for that to work, I'm not sure I'm going to do this right away, but I may as well switch his overdrive mode over to Loner for when I want to do that. Can I actually backtrack? Does the game let me backtrack right now? Or I have to go to the next area? Yeah, I can backtrack. Okay, let's grab that 5k gil. No, hold on. It's not here, it's around the corner. Yeah, 2 annoying enemies here. I think I'll start with just going after the lizard. Yeah, we could actually... I can actually kill the lizard. Yeah, I can kill the lizard even if this doesn't petrify. Because I can do Lancet. Yeah, Lancet, Lizard, I think is going to kill it. Yeah. Yeah. There's a bit of a risk there because Lulu and Waka have weapons that can one-shot anybody, so getting them confused by the eyeball could definitely go badly. Yeah, that wasn't great either. Let's see. I think we haven't done any. Have we done any damage to this guy? Yeah, I think we did. So is it going to die to water? 112. It'll die to water plus Lancer for sure. I should have been a little more careful there. I just attacked with Waka without thinking about it, forgetting that he was at a HP total where he could actually get killed by lightning. Now here we can just bring in Titus, since he's immune to lightning. Hopefully we get the Death Touch to land. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point I have to have Titus literally solo the end of one of those element fights. It doesn't take too long. And yeah, still want to heal Waka full. Okay, I think the 5,000 gil chest should be just along here. Maybe not. None of this stuff can hurt Titus, so that's great. I think I have enough curtains, but just in case, still another one. Then just go for the KO.
Well then, what next?
Yellow arm guard. Well, that's not going to be better than danger arm guard, but does have lightning ward. Okay. Oops. Still not in the right place here somehow. I guess it was right at the beginning and I just missed it over here. Fortunately, getting these easy encounters, or at least encounters that I can't die to. Yeah, this is still fine. Probably should have used water there. Oh wow, she actually got it. I think I somehow managed to miss this silly chest again. Alright, I'm just going to leave it after this battle. Not wasting more time. Funnily enough, the gil I've gotten from these battles is actually kind of basically, or partly make up for missing it. See, 110. It's worth a shot of water. Don't think I need to steal any more of the elements. I've already gotten a bunch, but it's kind of free to do it here, so why not? Actually, I just realized I should change my stream title so it says Thunder Plains, not Guadosalam. I think I can... I'm not sure... yeah, it might not actually update, but I think other people just scrolling through the Final Fantasy X streams will probably see it updated. Putting Thunder Plains probably sounds more interesting than Guadosalam. Okay, yeah, I'm giving up on this chest. I'm just gonna head back up north. I guess I'll go over here, but I'm pretty sure the chest over here is just a water ball. Yep. I'm not doing a great job at dodging lightning. Okay, preemptive strike should be easy, just take out the flying guy. Eyeball. If this doesn't do it, I can bring in Kamari for Lancer. will definitely finish it off. Then I guess still another electromarble. Nope, don't target us. Kill that. No, that's not great. I think this is going to be a battle where Lulu gets KO'd before she actually gets the death touch to land on the element. I mean, I could avoid that by healing her, but yeah, maybe I should have done that. Alright, Titus. Let's play Smack the Element. May as well switch to a water ball. Just make this go quicker. Yeah, we don't need to watch this normal speed. It can't hurt us, we're just eventually going to chip it down. Need to remember to put the TKO back on Wacko. Yeah, switching equipment between fights is definitely one thing in these sorts of challenges that you have to be a little careful about. Particularly once you get to the point where you can't sort of win every fight with a single weapon setup.
Well then, what next?
You can see how much the sentry weapon helps, just getting preemptive strike so often. Makes everything easier. Oren's not likely to hit there, but it's... I guess it's not really a free attack. I should have put in Titus, but doesn't really matter. Looks like I just picked up a redundant yellow shield. Yeah, I would have been annoyed if that had been lightning proof, to get like a second lightning proof but for Titus. When it could have been so useful on basically anyone else. It's the kind of thing the game loves to just throw your way once in a while. Good old redundant equipment. Getting a lot of these encounters, really nice.
Well then, what next?
I'm not bothering to steal with Rico anymore because I already have 5 or 6 electro marbles, and that's all I'd ever need for mixing. So it's not like they sell for anything particularly like a good amount. have to make a decision here about whether I want to keep Titus on the Brotherhood or actually switch him to Slow Touch for fighting Iron Giants. So plan against Iron Giants, similar to the enemies here, is just to try and kill them with Death Touch or Stone Touch. But if that fails, their physical damage does, or physical attack does quite a lot of damage. Need to actually power break them to have, for example, Lulu survive. So yeah, I think I will actually switch this to the Slow Touch weapon. Please don't KO Lulu. Good. Should just cure Lulu to avoid that annoying scenario where I have to fight the element of Titus at the end. Alright, save at the agency again and head to the north part of the plains. And yeah, do what I said and switch over Titus's weapon to make the Iron Giants a little easier. Okay, this is a bit of an issue. Oren's not getting a turn before the dragon. If I switch in Kumari, he'd need a crit to kill the dragon with HP damage. I think what I'm going to do is attack the dragon with Whacker. If it's petrified, great. If it's not, I'll have to use an overdrive, probably Stone Breath. Getting Dark inflicted on the dragon isn't good enough because of its lightning attack. Yep, I think we want to use an overdrive here. Just be safe. Yeah, I don't see any other way, any other good way of killing the dragon. Titus's Spiral Cut isn't guaranteed to kill it, so Stone Breath. It's fine. Okay, well, this is Titus versus Element again, unfortunately. Doesn't take too long. This is not as bad as killing Marlborough in Calmlands with Evade and Counter with Whacker, which I have done, and takes like 10 minutes. Fortunately in this challenge, things aren't as bad as that because Oren's going to learn the Shooting Star Overdrive, which is really good at getting rid of large single target enemies. But yeah, if Lulu gets KO'd, then Titus is just going to have to smack the element a bit. Alright, so that fight went fine, just have to be a little careful now because I don't have Kamari's Overdrive, so want to recharge that as soon as possible. Can I change his overdrive mode? Yeah, I could change his overdrive mode to Victor. I think Victor recharges 20% each win, so yeah, let's try this. So I'll keep Kamari, I'll try and end fights with Kamari in the front line to get his overdrive back. That just gives us Stone Breath again as good insurance. And switch Titus back to Stunning Steel. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't very fair. Well, serves me right for leaving the game on double speed. Alright, so here's the Iron Giant. It's going before... Yeah, it's going before Oren, which is annoying because I won't be able to power break it. The way the Iron Giant works is it attacks the character with lowest current HP. So I think... If I switch in Waka and Lulu, who have the one-shot weapons, right? Stone Touch and Death Touch, and I don't kill it, then it's going to target Lulu, and it will one-shot her if she's... like, if she doesn't evade, it will one-shot her. Can I do anything about that? I guess I can. I can bring in Waka and have him attack, and then defend with Titus. That way the physical attack will target Titus as he has lowest HP. Yeah, well I'm starting with the Waka attack anyway. I mean if this petrifies then I don't need to worry about it. It did not. Yeah, so I think defend here is fine. Right, so that's why I defended, because that would have KO'd me otherwise. Then I want to bring in Lulu. I will bring Oren back in to power break, but only if I don't manage to land the instant KO, which we did. Alright, not bad. Just try to sequence things there so I'm not spending MP with Oren unnecessarily. I'm not convinced that Slow Touch is actually great against the Iron Giant. Like, I want Power Break and I want the weapons that just one-shot it on my front line. So... yeah, I think I'll just switch back to Brotherhood. I kind of like having Sensor in this area. Just check on HP. Oh, this encounter. Well, Preemptive Strike is really good. The issue here, obviously, is that, like, I kind of want to use Waka to hit everything, but he can't. Not all at once. So... I could use Waka's Overdrive. That would kill... Oh, I could use Oren's Overdrive, actually. Oren's Overdrive, or... yeah, I'll do that. I think Dragon Fang... I'll do Dragon Fang, that's going to KO both the eyeballs. That's the safest way to deal with them. Well, I can start with this. I can start with Lulu trying to attack the Iron Giant. Because for sure I want to get it KO'd as soon as possible. That didn't work. So if I go for... Waka... yeah, the trouble with Dragon Fang is that I'm not power breaking the Giant. So I think I will actually go for Waka's Overdrive. Let's just check. I want Water Element, right? Yeah. So provided I line up the 3 Water Elements, this should take out the 2 eyeballs. I did not execute this overdrive properly last time I tried it. I did okay this time. Okay, so now power break, then it doesn't one-shot anybody. So it's gonna hit Lulu, even if it connects, it's not gonna kill her. Came pretty close though. Yeah, so attack with Lulu and Waka, and then if the Iron Giant's still alive, Oren switches for Yuna and heals Lulu. Sounds good. Yeah, he's pretty resistant over there. Lost both those coin flips. Dodge, that's good. So I think there's a third attack, a third regular attack, and then after that it's the Reaper attack it uses, which hits everyone. Unfortunately we took it out in time. I feel like I've had a game over to Reaper because of forgetting it hits everyone. Can't remember what challenge that was, but yeah, I have to watch out for it. So for sure the Iron Giants, well, the encounters in this area are just more annoying, right? I've already used 2 overdrives. I haven't managed to get Kamari's charged up at all, haven't managed to get Waka's charged up at all. Does Waka have Slayer yet? No. Comrade or Stoic? I think Comrade's generally stronger. It's going to take a while to charge either way, but that's fine. I don't want Yuna there. Could have gone for... Yeah, maybe I should have tried... Yeah, should have thought about using Sleep Strike. I don't think that the... Iron Giant is particularly susceptible to Sleep Strike. And I kind of wanted Yuna to cure... Yeah, I think what I did was fine. I kind of wanted Yuna to cure Lulu anyway. Lulu's on Slayer. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's good, but unfortunately her overdrive just isn't as useful as the others. I think I probably will just switch over to Slayer anyway though. Alright, just by the save sphere, didn't get a preemptive strike. So you can see on the turn bar that Oren is going to have a turn before enemy B, which is the dragon. So that's good. I think I'm going to Dark Attack the lizards with Waka. Then plan to have Tidus switch for Kamari. Kamari and Oren can kill the dragon before it gets a turn. Yeah, that's why Dark Attack's important, because if that had petrified Oren, which it was 30% to, I think, if it connects, then we could have been in some trouble here. But as it is, should just be fine. So Water Striking at the dragon, yep. This is going to do some damage to somebody, but it doesn't really matter, and Oren finishes the dragon. Then this should die in one hit. Actually, probably just use Lulu, yeah. Definitely want to get Kamari into the front line at the end of this fight, or keep Kamari in the front line because he's on the Victor overdrive mode. So he can just hang out. I suppose I should have... Well, I was going to say I should have done a Lancet, but he's going to need a cure at the end of the battle anyway, so... Yeah, it doesn't matter about Lancet, we're up at the save sphere. So that should get Kamari back to 60% overdrive. Yeah, looks like it did. That's great. So 2 more victories with him in the front line and he'll have another Stone Breath to bail us out of bad encounters. Alright. And speaking of bad encounters, so this time Oren does get a turn before the Iron Giant, so he can power break, that's great. So what's the priority for the other enemies? Yeah, they have enough HP where water from Lulu plus the physical damage from Waka, if he doesn't inflict the petrification, doesn't kill them. I do have Dragon Fang available, and I also have Tidus's Overdrive. Okay, I think I'm going to do this. I'll bring in Waka and try and take out an eyeball. Oh, I have to be really careful here. So the issue is, if I let's say an eyeball lives, so the eyeball gets its turn, then the character it hits, like if it hits a Waka or whoever else in the front line, it could bring them down to the range where they actually get targeted and KO'd by the Iron Giant. Yeah, I also hate leaving the eyeballs alive when I have the frontline characters with like one-shot equipment. I don't think there's a great way around it though. Okay, that didn't kill. It's not... Yeah. Yeah, we could have issues here for sure. Let's spiral cut. Slice and dice? What's the chances that slice and dice kills both of these? Probably not high enough. Yeah, I'll just go for the slice and dice on this one. Wow. I mean, that's going to be enough damage, but missing it 3 times was not great. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Like, if I power break... So the Iron Giant targets the character with lowest HP. So even if I power break the Iron Giant, it will still KO Tidus. And I only have one character taking a turn here. So... And I can't bring in like a lower HP character and then defend with them. So the only way to avoid Tidus being targeted would be, I think, try Death Touch with Lulu on the Giant. Does this make sense? Yeah. So what happens if this fails? So if this fails and Tidus gets KO'd, then Waka gets the turn before the eyeball. Maybe this is where I should go for Sleep Strike. I'm just going to look up the Iron Giant's resistance to sleep real quick. Can't remember if it's like 80% or 20% or something. Let's see. Yeah, 50% resistance to sleep. So it's, yeah, 50% sleep resistance, so that makes Sleep Strike... that means Sleep Strike's just worse than trying to do this. Go for the KO. Okay, that worked. Well, yeah, lucky. I think we would have still been fine in this fight, but we would have had to use another overdrive and may have needed a bit of luck to finish the Iron Giant, but as it is, this should be fine. I think I'll just cure Titus. The worst thing that could happen here is confusion on Lulu, and then she hits someone with her her weapon that has the death touch. But that's fine. Lucid Ring. I think that's confuse proof. Confuse ward rather. Might check what Yuna has equipped here actually. I think she has stone proof, right? Yeah, so maybe I actually want confuse ward. I'm not really bringing her in against the lizard enemies here, which is why I had stone proof on, because they do cause petrification. Sure, I'll try. I'll run stone confuse ward, protect against the eyeballs. I think we're almost at the end of the Thunder Plains. There's maybe... I don't think we're going to get another encounter before the cutscene, and then there's like 1 or 2 after the cutscene, I think. Ouch. Yeah.
Everyone, wait.
What's up?
I have something to tell you.
Here?
We're almost out of here. Let's go.
I have to say it now.
Over there.
Somehow, my
Yeah,
bad
Sleep
feelings
Strike.
always come true.
Sleep Strike isn't actually that good in this area, I guess. I mean, I suppose it's more consistent.
Decided to marry.
Like if I was planning to get rid of the dragon enemy with Stone Touch or Death Touch, then Sleep Strike would be more consistent.
But why?
But the dragon's so dangerous that I just go to kill it with Oren and Kamari,
Future.
just with the HP damage, like just don't risk it getting a turn.
Thought it would be.
So Sleep Strike's only really...
That's not good enough.
Sleep Strike's only really good against the Iron Giant, and it's still a coin flip, which is...
It's...
It has 50% resistance to sleep, but no resistance to death or petrification, so it's just not even as good as having Wako or Lulu attack it.
I can't. I must speak to Maester Seymour first.
I think Sleep Strike might be nice in the next area when we have the mole, like the armored mole
Personal.
enemies, because they have quite a lot more HP than the dragons here, and I don't have a good way to
I'm sorry.
have like Kimari and Oren gang up on them,
Thing.
I won't quit my.
but we'll see.
Then it is fine.
Wait a minute, Orin. You don't care? I mean, you're not gonna stop her?
No, I'm not. As long as she is willing to face sin, all else is her concern. That is a summoner's privilege, as long as she journeys.
But that's...
Yuna, just one question. Can't you just talk to Maester Seymour? You got to marry him?
Don't know. But I think it is the right thing to do.
Okay, I guess.
Uni. Quiet! I wish we could help somehow. Some way.
Yeah, I think the next area is pretty much the worst area for random encounters, just because we only get the first strike sword
Says I'm sorry.
for Titus right at the end.
Says it's fine.
And it's a long stretch of road through the
I
forest.
understand.
Lots of encounters and lots of annoying enemy combinations.
But if I didn't belong with them,
But we'll see how
I'd
it
be
goes.
stuck in Spira, alone.
I do have an extra Nulltide character which helps against the water elements.
Well, I didn't want to think about
I
it.
think Lulu has that actually.
Next, we're going to Macalania Temple.
One funny problem that you start having in these challenges in the NSGNSNCNI games when you later on is that enemies do so much damage that they just one-shot your characters. So
Understood.
just because you're at base HP rate. So you can end up in a funny situation where it's actually really hard to set up SOS HP, apart from literally having the character KO'd and then in the next battle they start with one hit point. Okay, that's fine. Does Orin get a turn before the dragon? He does not. Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, so we can't stop the dragon taking a turn. So we have to play around. We can't leave ourselves in a situation where the lightning breath from the dragon would KO multiple characters. That would obviously be very bad. The lightning breath's only used rarely though, so it's more likely to use its physical attack. I think I want to bring in Whacker and Dark Attack the dragon. If he kills it with the petrification, that's fine. That's better than using Lulu with Death Touch because Darkness mostly makes the dragon harmless. Yep. I suppose I could bring in Kamari and see if he crits it. No, that's less likely. I'll just stick to this. So hoping we get Darkness or Petrification here. Either's probably fine. Alright, Petrification. Wasn't a worry. Okay, so what's next? This guy. I think I will start damaging him with water. Oh, this is not the correct element. Yeah, that was supposed to be a blizzard. I just autopiloted into using water against the Thunder Plains enemies, but the lizard's not actually weak to water. Still has 178 HP. Can try and connect with Orin. It's not very likely to hit, but it would one-shot the lizard. Alternatively, I could switch to Ice Strike with Tidus and try and kill it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my character's have enough health here. There's no real risk of dying. Good, that worked out. Okay, so I could try and kill this right now, but I really want to charge up Kamari's Overdrive with Victor. So let's just stick him in the front line. If he needs a bit of healing, it's not a problem. Oh, it's fine. May as well go for this attack. It's not likely to hit, but like I said, I don't really want... I want Kamari to stay in the front line just to get the Victor boost to the overdrive. I know for sure I'm going to need Stone Breath against some of the enemies in the forest, so if I can get that charge before we head in there, that would be great. Okay, and just switch Tidus's weapon back. Yeah, I'll stay on the Brotherhood, I think. Didn't end up getting into a fight where I used Lona to charge Tidus's Overdrive and start working towards learning Blitz Ace, but it's fine. I mean, I'm coming back to the Thunder Plains later, so no rush. Blitz Ace, unfortunately, just isn't that powerful because Tidus is at base stats. But I do want it against Anima. Alright, here's this fight again. So Oren gets the turn before Iron Giant. We have no way to... Only Dragon Fang to take out the eyeballs. Unless I try a Water Fury, but it's not likely to actually KO them. Guess you try and take out the guy who's taking the first turn. Okay. That's good. So... don't have a great way of dealing with the eyeball. I think that means I just bring in Lulu, go for Death Touch on the Iron Giant. If that fails, hopefully the eyeball doesn't confuse anyone, and then Oren can power break the giant. Yeah, this is actually a little risky because of the character. Yeah, whoever gets hit by the eyeball is then at risk of KO from the giant. So I might switch Oren out for Yuna and try Sleep Strike at the giant instead, depending what happens here. Okay, Oren getting hit's fine. Oh, that's not fine. Oh no, that's not fine. Ah, spoke too soon. I was going to say it's fine because the HP damage on Oren was not going to cause us problems with the Iron Giant, but because Oren missed his turn, and actually hit Lulu too, it was bad obviously. Okay. So the eyeball takes the turn next, and if it hits Oren, it won't snap him out of confusion. I guess I'm leaning towards bringing in Yuna and just curing Oren of confusion, so that I don't have Oren just waste his turn taking an attack again. This is rough though. Trying to think if there's any better option here. I don't think so. I think we're quite likely to get a game over here. I mean, I could mix with Riku, but I'm not, as stupid as it sounds, I'd rather take a game over in the Thunder Plains than waste a mix that I might actually need later. Yeah, so the Iron Giant's going to go next and attack Yuna. Power Break doesn't help, she's going to die in one shot. So I think I have to kind of go for a Hail Mary, hope Waka lands Stone Touch on the Iron Giant. I think it has really high Dark Resistance, so Dark Attack isn't worth it. Yeah, 95% Dark Resistance. I guess Yuna could actually dodge its attack, I think. Yeah, it's not very likely though. I mean, I could prioritize killing the eyeball right now with Dragon Fang. The trouble with that is the Iron Giant then gets 2 turns and will just kill Oren, probably kill both my party members. So yeah, let's try this. It's only 5% to work on the Dark Attack, but this is sufficiently desperate that I'm gonna waste or use the MP. Okay, well, really lucky we won that coin flip for the petrification. Still in trouble here though. Only one character alive. I think this eyeball's still at full health too. Yeah. So I think the safe thing to do here is just use Dragon Fang. Wakka's not guaranteed to kill it. It could confuse Wakka. Wakka could then petrify himself. Let's just play safe.
This is for the fallen.
Yeah, that was a tough one. The killer was having confusion inflicted by the eyeball on Oren. Really messed us up. Maybe worth even just checking if I have Confused Wards to stop that exact scenario again, or from happening again. It's probably more important than the Yellow Bracer at this point, honestly. But yeah, I don't have it. Okay. Alright. Still haven't had a game over to a random encounter, which is good. The only game overs I've had is to just the Obliterator fight. Double check equipment here real quick. Yeah. Game's trolled me 3 times with trying to hit me with lightning right after we came out of the encounter. Okay, Iron Giant on its own, it does go before Orin though. Yeah, this is just... So this is similar to I think the first Iron Giant fight we had, where I'm not actually going to go for Lulu Death Touch right away. I'm going to go for Stone Touch, and if this doesn't work, it did work. If that hadn't worked, I would have just defended with Tidus. That way, because the Iron Giant is always going to attack Tidus because he has the lowest HP, and he's 100% going to survive if he defends. So rather than rush and like try to get Lulu out there and go for the Death Touch, it was safer to just take a hit on Tidus, then get Wakka and Lulu to have attack afterwards, but yeah, unfortunately didn't need to. One more encounter maybe? Nope. Nice. Okay, Thunder Plains down. It's going to be much easier when we come back because we'll have First Strike on Tidus, so we're going to have a character acting before any of the fast enemies. We're still not going to have any ambushes because of the sentry, so yeah, Thunder Plains is going to be a lot easier second time round. This area though is going to be a pain in the ass because all the enemies are substantially tougher. You can fight multiple blue elements at the same time, and we only have really Death Touch to deal with them.
What?
So I think we're going to have to look at who has Miltide armor and try and set up... Hopefully we get a first encounter where we can set up Miltide. For example, I think Lulu actually has a Miltide bangle this game, and Yuna has the Miltide ring. So one of those two we want to have Miltide up.
She's naive. Yuna's...
Yeah.
But her... Stand by.
Let's get to the save sphere and then switch equipment up. I think I'm going to try and get through the forest now. It's probably going to take...
It's funny. Maybe it was because I'd realized...
3/4 of an hour, maybe an hour.
It's just her duty.
But
that's what...
I feel like giving it a shot before taking a break.
Yuna.
One thing to remember is that I can get a free overdrive recharge with Kamari on the Chimera enemy. So the actual overdrive you learn from him is Aqua Breath, which is really not powerful, just at base stats. It doesn't do damage or enough damage, but being able to recharge Kamari's overdrive is really nice. So formation-wise, if I remember correctly, this is the area... The lizard here is stronger and faster than the lizard in the Thunder Plains, and it actually KOs Riku, like it one-shots Riku most of the time. So because of that, I think she's actually a liability in the front line. Like, losing a character off the bat is so bad. So that means putting someone slower in instead. So then the question is, who do I want to bring in who... Yeah, who do I want to bring in instead? Actually, even Tidus is not... I'm not sure I even want Tidus in the starting lineup. Let's go through and find armor, the element armor first. So that's Water Ward for Orin, which is definitely what I want here. Oh, I don't have Null Tide. Okay, I must have Null Tide for Kimari. Right. Okay, good to know. So yeah, this is a bit awkward. Lulu's the best character against the elements with Death Touch, but she can't survive one of their spells without, like, she'll get one shot by their Water spell. Definitely don't want Danger Arm Guard. There's no... I guess there are enemies that use Blizzard, but it's just the Chimera enemy. The Chimera enemy is really not a problem because you can kill it. It just appears on its own. You can kill it with Stone Touch and Death Touch. So I'm just more worried about the encounters with multiple enemies. I think I'll go for Stone Ward, just protect myself against the Lizard. Keep on TKO, yep, for sure. Don't want Tidal Spear. I'm not sure how we're going to cobble together damage to kill the mole. Can't actually remember what element it's weak to. It's going to take multiple hits with Kimari and Orin. I don't remember how much damage it does. I don't think it does that much damage. I think it's weaker than the dragon in the previous area. Like, I don't think it's... Maybe it does one-shot characters. I'll just have to see, try it and see what happens. And we do have SOS Null Tide on Kimari, so I'm going to equip that, but like I was saying before, the issue is trying to actually get SOS HP set up without just getting straight KO'd. Confuse Ward, we don't need here. So that should probably be Null Tide as well. Yep. Sleep Strike's going to be useful against the mole enemy. Titus, this isn't going to do much. I think Stunning Steel is the best bet. Yellow Shield doesn't do so much. I think Water Ward actually might be better. It means he survives a hit from the Blue Element spell. Let's try it. Yeah, Riku unfortunately is quite useless in this area. Just is going to die to everything. Doesn't have any choice for equipment, so that's fine. Okay, so who's going to be the front line? Maybe Yuna. Yuna has the advantage of being faster and also having higher evasion, just being more likely to dodge the Lizard attack, but she doesn't have Stone Ward, so she could get petrified. Maybe I want Stone Ward characters on the front line. So that'd be Waka. Nah, I don't want Waka in the front line to take a hit off the bat. I'd rather bring him in. It's a difficult decision. Titus is pretty expendable. I think I'll have him in the front line. And... try with Yuna. Not completely confident about this. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. This could well take multiple attempts, I think. Can't quite remember all the stats of the enemies, so... see how we get on. There's a couple of treasure chests here. There's not one on this corner. Maybe one over here? Yeah. I think that's just Sleep Touch for Lulu, which is fine, but not as good as Death Touch, so we'll leave it. Okay, this isn't too bad of an encounter, but have the problem I mentioned of how to actually get one of my characters into the SOS Null Tide status. So Titus can take a hit from one of the elements. So trying to go for a slow on the element, keeping Titus in the front line is probably okay. Orin actually can take 2 more hits because he has World War II. So the null tide characters are Kimari and Yuna. Let's just bring in Kimari to check HP here. I'm trying to remember if... Yeah, so this actually does... This mostly dies to one... this mostly dies to one Blizzard spell. It's so funny having an enemy this far in the game that just gets one-shot, or can get one-shot by Lulu with level 1 magic at base stats, but I'm not complaining. So if we wanted to, we could take this out. Alternatively, Lulu could take a shot with Death Touch against one of the elements, which is probably better. I'm not seeing an easy way to get either Kimari or Yuna into SOS HP here. Yeah, I think this could actually be quite rough. Let's just hope we get lucky and try and take out one element. Did not. Okay, I think I like bringing in Titus then, hoping he tanks a hit and can get slow inflicted on one of these. Yeah, that's fine. Although Oren's now taking a poison tick, which will mean he won't survive the Watara if it hits him. But none of my other characters survive Watara. So who do I want to actually take a turn here? Could have Waka come in and try and petrify the bee. Could have Kimari lance at the bee so that a blizzard kills it. But Lulu's kind of busy trying to kill these silly elements. Yeah, the elements aren't immune to sleep, which is too bad, because otherwise Sleep Strike would be nice. Maybe I should have just... Yeah, it's possible I should have tried this battle a completely different way, and actually tried to inflict damage on my own characters to proc SOS Nulltide. But can't do that easily now. I think I'll just try and kill the bee. Okay, that helps, although we're still in trouble. Yeah. This is the issue with these enemies. They do one-shot us. So now... Yeah, now the situation's really bad. So I need to get either Yuna or... I really need to get either Yuna or Kimari into SOS HP. I think it's going to be super hard to do that. Kimari attacking himself only does something like 150 damage, so even 2 attacks isn't going to do it. Titus, yeah, Titus survives. If I change weapon here, then, or if I try and inflict slow here, Titus can survive a hit. Okay, that worked. And it's slowed. I actually slowed one of them, that's good. If I bring in Yuna and cure Titus and hope that this Monster C goes for Titus again. Yeah, need a lot to line up properly here. That's not what we wanted. I think this is actually just game over now. Don't have just double check this. Yeah, I don't have Null Tide on. If I was able to win this battle and I could keep Yuna at 1 HP, then I'd have Null Tide on her. But I don't have any Water Ward on Kimari, so I don't have any way to get him into SOS HP. I don't have Water Ward on Waku either. Yeah, no, this is just game over. I think there's nothing I can do here. But no worries, I mean, like I said, this area is pretty rough. I think this is just a difficult encounter to get first because of the double element not being able to set up Null Tide. Yeah, just die the next turn. Can't do anything. I guess I could... I mean, yeah. I could have backtracked to the Thunder Plains where the encounters are easier and try to get a setup encounter for the SOS Null Tide. Alright, I'll give it another try, set it the way I was, and see if we get a different encounter. You can see just like how crucial it is in this sort of challenge without items to be able to, you know, have equipment abilities like the elemental protection. Oh, this is perfect actually. So this enemy's weak. It doesn't do that much damage. It's on its own. We can take it out with Stone Touch and Death Touch, no problem. So this is perfect for setting up SOS, Null Tide, and for getting Kimari's Overdrive for full. Okay, feeling a lot better about this attempt. So how do we want to do this? So let's get Yuna to SOS HP. I'm trying to remember how the Zifos attack pattern works. I think it keeps attacking the same character in the party. We can test that. Slow it. So I think it's going to attack Oren unless I switch him out. So I can switch him out for Kimari, I guess. Now it's attacking Yuna. Okay, perfect. We want it to attack Yuna. Just change weapons. I guess I can keep trying to slow it, although it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. Deliberately not defending because I actually want Yuna to take a hit here for half a health, which is exactly what happened. So Null Tide's active. Awesome. Okay, so now we just try and KO this. I don't need to set up Kimari. So I could set up Kimari for SOS HP as well. Maybe I do want to do that. I don't want him KO'd at the end of the fight because I want Victor to proc, so he goes up to full overdrive. So I want him in the lineup, not KO'd at the end. But that's still fine. Yeah, that's still fine. Okay.
This ends now.
Actually, he's going to need to hit himself once anyway. Attacking Titus. Okay, that's whatever, but I don't want him to, so... I keep switching out characters like that because I'm pretty sure this enemy will attack the same character repeatedly. So I'm switching out enemies to essentially get it to attack someone different, although that's not working. Suppose. Well, I know it's going to attack Oren again, so I can just do this kind of goofy looking play of hitting my own character to get Kimari into SOS Null. Okay. So keep defending with Orin. And I suppose I can get a bit of HP back. You can see it just hardly does any damage. Now try and KO it with Stone Touch. And just defend now. Gonna need to cure Tidus if I didn't inflict petrification soon, but that's fine. Alright, awesome. Yeah, that battle was exactly what we needed to get this started, because now we have Kamaria full overdrive and double null-tide characters. So I'm going to heal... I'm not going to heal Yuna or Kamari, I am going to heal Tidus and Orin. So who goes in the front line now? Can't be Yuna or Kamari because they die to the lizard enemy in one hit. I don't really want it to be Lulu or Waka, but it has to be one of them. I need Orin because I have to prevent ambushes with initiative. So I guess I actually put Lulu in? No, hold on. I have stone... Yeah, I have stone wood on Waka. I think I keep Waka in the front line. Okay, overdrive mode for Kamari, back to Slayer. So I have this available, and I have Null Tide. Alright, I think we're good to go. So another chest over here? No. Definitely going to need to heal a bit after this encounter, but it's really not too difficult. So just focus on the little bugs first. We know that Waka's going to take another hit from the Zivos because it keeps attacking the same character once it's attacked once, but he can survive that, so it's no problem. I guess he wouldn't survive a B attack plus the Zivos attack. Yeah, with that in mind, it's actually just safest to defend. Oh, hold on, made a mistake here. I was going to bring in Kamari to Lancet this B, but Lancet... this is the problem with Kamari and the SOS equipment, right? Is like, he actually heals himself out of SOS status. Yeah, that was careless. Probably don't need to do this, but since the battle's lasting a bit longer than I thought it was. Okay, and it was a good job that it was a good job I defended with Waka. So Waka's poisoned, he can't cure himself of poison, and I can't like bring in Yuna to cure him. So Waka's going to just be out of the fight. That's unfortunate. I'm contemplating actually bringing Kamari out of SOS Null, because I still have Yuna as a... I still have Yuna with Null Tide active. Man, I really don't want to fight a battle where I have to win at the end by having Yuna literally beat down a blue element from full HP. Yeah, I think Kamari's likely to take a hit and end up back at... kill this guy. I think I can arrange things so Kamari is going to take a hit and end up back at SOS status again, so should be fine. Didn't kill that. One gets poisoned. Yeah, Kamari gets hit. That's fine. So Lancet on this guy. He's still going to be in yellow health. I think I just go for slow here. Yeah, so I got slow inflicted, which is really good. I can defend with Kamari and he can take another hit, so just flip the coins on the death touch. Looks like we got it. I could have used Stone Breath from Kamari. Oh hello, what are these weapons? I don't think either of those has SOS Overdrive, which is what these guys drop. No, it has Distill Speed. Yeah, not quite game, thanks. Yeah, like I was saying, I could have used Stone Breath and just won that encounter right away, but I figured it wasn't too dangerous. Did turn out to be a little tricky in the end though. I'm not curing these two. Okay.
Guardian should fight, not think.
So this thing's attacking Waka. I don't need to set anyone else up. I can just try and KO it with Lulu and Waka. Don't need to waste another power break. May as well just get a steal in. There we go. Yuna's MP is actually kind of valuable in this area, and Waka's only short 13 HP. Don't think that's going to be any kind of breakpoint that matters, so I'll leave him. Didn't need that just, but no worries. So here we see the cutscene with Donna's dude, Bartello. Oh, here's a Chimera. Okay, so we're already have full overdrive with Kamari, so we're not going to bother learning Aqua Breath from it because we can do that later to recharge an overdrive. So I think the strategy is just attack with Death Touch and Stone Touch. Have to be a bit careful of this guy's attacks actually. They can be pretty powerful. I'm pretty sure he won't KO anybody with Aqua Breath, which is the one that hits everyone. I think Lulu survives that with the Tough Bangle HP. Oh, we'll find out. Yeah, she did. Okay, can't remember this guy's attack order, so just gonna look that up real quick. So Aqua Breath, then it's Megiddo Flame, then it's Thundara. So Megiddo Flame is gonna probably KO somebody. Can't really do much about that. Maybe I guess I can switch Kamari to... If Kamari has Null Blaze. Kamari and Lulu both have Null Blaze actually. Well, and Waka has Null Blaze too. Okay, never mind, I can do something about it. Yeah, don't want to lance it here. So it looks like I'm not really achieving anything because I'm just switching equipment instead of trying to attack and finish the fight, but I think this is just going to work out fine. Nice thing is that Waka's Danger Arm Guard actually protects against both of the Chimera's next turns. Alright, so coming up next is Thundara. So that means Titus comes in with lightning proof. Waka can try and keep petrifying it. Lulu doesn't have null shock, right? No, she doesn't. Okay, well, so if Thundara hits Lulu, she will get KO'd, but I'm not worried about that at all. This guy doesn't actually, like, the only way he can KO is through his elemental attacks. He has a physical attack, but it does percentage damage. It does like a quarter of your current health or something lame like that, so yeah, we are never in any danger here. Just need to remember to switch equipment back though. So blue shield. Shouldn't be on loner for Titus, although it's not really going to matter. It's not really going to be killing anything either. It's fine. This should go back to Stoneward. This should go back to Null Tide. And this should go back to Tough Bangle. Then I need to heal Lulu and Waka. Yeah, I think running out of MP is less bad than some combination of events where Oren gets KO'd because of not having tuned in more HP, so let's just heal him. Just double check I've got the Null Tide set up. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Good. I haven't encountered the mole enemy yet, which is one I was worried about. I think there's an encounter with the blue element and the mole and a lizard. That's probably going to be the hardest one.
Right now.
But I do have, I have a couple of overdrives ready to deal with that. So probably just need to be careful and not try and get too greedy and save overdrives. If I get a bad encounter like that, I should just use them. Maximize the chance of getting through here first time, or in one try. Well, okay, that's not what I'm trying to say. Second try. Only one game over. Okay, Titus needs to switch out, that's fine.
Let's end this.
Oren getting poisoned is annoying. I guess there's a pretty high infliction rate from these bugs. Waka can just start working on this thing. I could get Kamari KO'd here if both of them attack him, but I don't think it's a big deal. I'd rather just be able to guarantee the kill with the next blizzard. That's attacking Waka, that's fine. Yeah, so now Kamari needs to switch out. Waka can take another hit. Lulu's gonna kill this thing, yeah. Titus is poisoned. Yeah, I should remember that. Go for Sleep Strike on this thing. The difference between Yuna being at... oh, it's immune. Okay, well, that's fine. I was just going to say, the difference between Yuna being at 196 HP and being KO'd after the fight is really not a big deal. I don't have a third character that's super good at dealing with the this enemy. I'm relying on Stone Touch and Death Touch, so the third character slot doesn't matter too much. Nice. SOS Overdrive from one of these random encounters would be so nice. It's not what I'm getting though. So coming up to the start of the butterfly minigame, there's actually a trick here, which I'm going to use, where if you start the butterfly minigame, you don't get more random encounters in that area. So I'm going to walk up to the butterfly, and then I'm pretty sure
A butterfly with rainbow.
I can just let the let the minigame time out. I'll be back where I started, and I won't get more encounters. There's only a few meters to go before I get to the end of the area, but maybe I don't even need to let it time out. I think I just do this and it goes to the next area. Yeah, that's fine. It probably didn't save this encounter, but it can do. Another Chimera, so just do the same thing with trying to KO it. Yeah, that's the attack that does proportion or percentage HP. It's really not very dangerous. So next is Aqua Breath. Let's just defend with defending. I don't want to waste MP with Yuna unless I have to. I guess it's okay, I can just attack. I don't think... Is this thing weak to sleep? No, it's immune as well. Okay. So if I don't petrify it here, I think I do want to cure Waka. Oh, could... Yeah, so the question is, could Aqua Breath is coming up next, and it's not going to KO Lulu because she has much higher magic defense, but maybe it KOs Waka? Don't need to take a risk, I think. No, he would have been fine. That's okay. So next is Fire Attack. So I can just tank that with Kimari. Could have Lulu get KO'd here, but it's not going to be a problem. I basically have the elements covered to the point where I can't lose the Chimera fights now. It's just a case of being a little careful, making sure I don't get characters KO'd at the wrong time somehow. That was the worst outcome, but still doesn't matter. So Thundara's next, which means Tidus. Gotta love enemies with a set attack pattern. Got the petrification that time anyway. Yeah, Yuna's running pretty low on MP, which is not ideal. Switch back to Null Tide. Definitely still need to heal Waka. Definitely still want to heal Lulu. Yep. It's not necessarily the end of the world if we run out of MP. Right at the end here. Oh, there's a chest here. I guess not. Yeah, this is an annoying encounter, and that is why. So, this is exactly the kind of situation where Stone Breath is good. We don't have too many more encounters before the end of the area. Kimari will get 60% of his overdrive back right away. Yeah, could easily lose this fight if I try and do anything other than this. So, not taking a risk. Question is, how do I want to recharge Kamari's overdrive? Having him on Slayer is only useful against the little bugs. I mean, those are the only things he's really possibly KOing in this area, along with Lulu's, like a Blizzard spell. So I think I'm going to switch him back to Victor, try and keep him in the front line for 2 battles to get another Stone Breath.
Let's do it.
Getting lucky with these encounters, not having any of the, not having too many of the ones with the multiple enemies like the mole we just had. Guess I should have thought harder there and actually tried to get Kamari's overdrive charge before, rather than just going to kill it, but can't really complain about a free win. Shouldn't have any trouble here. I think we're more or less at the end of the area. We can activate another butterfly puzzle, and that'll stop there being any more random encounters. Glorious Shield. See what that does. No, it's nothing. So yeah, let's hit this butterfly. Okay, and then I'm just not going to do the puzzle, I'm just going to literally walk out of the area and don't get any more random encounters. Awesome. Alright, made it second time. Probably could have made it first time if I'd set up SOS HP by backtracking to the Thunder Plains, but no big deal. Just had one game over there. So I'm going to stop stream for now. I'll be back on in about an hour and a half, so 2 PM Eastern US time, 8 PM for Europe I guess, and have a crack at the next boss, Swearmorph. So thanks anyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed those kind of tricky encounters in the forest. I'll see you next time.